want to do a mukbang for you guys to launch my channel. And I'm going to give you guys some hot take on flavors, what I think of the flavors, what is spiciest, what is least spicy, what is most flavorful, what is the worst tasting, what is the best tasting in my opinion. We'll rank them. Stay tuned till the end of the video. I got a little giveaway for you guys to celebrate the launch of my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get in it. So first for you guys, I got on the right side here, it's the Carbo. You can see it there in all its greatness. It's on the side here. Essentially it's like the spicy chicken flavor, but with cheese. So we'll see how that one is. Next up we got the 2X spicy. So this one's right here. Next up we got cheese. The difference between Carbo and cheese. I heard Carbo's maybe more Italian, but cheese is just straight up cheese. And cheese is right here. After that, next up we have the jajang. It's just super flavorful, kind of black bean, I think. Next up after that is the mala. So I think mala is kind of like, I honestly have no idea. It's on this side. We'll see how it tastes. And last but not least is curry flavored. So this one, in my opinion, is the most bizarre, but maybe it'll taste good. And I didn't have space to put it side by side with the other 5. I put it in the back here. So again, we got curry, mala, jajang, cheese, 2X, Carbo, in a nice little rainbow fashion for you guys. Like I said, stay tuned till the end of the video for giveaway. I'm gonna keep that a mystery now. I'll let you guys know at the end of the video. I will let you know what that giveaway is. And let's dig in. I'm hungry. I got a whole gallon of water over here. I got a little pumpkin here because it's fall, and let's just have at it. So first up, it is the Carbo, which is right here. I cooked these maybe like 30 minutes ago, but maybe this one, since there's so much cheese, it's sticking together. All right. It's hot. So this one's kind of like spicy, Alfredo-y, kind of. I'm interested to see how it's going to stack up against just cheese, but it's good. The noodles are like a little thicker, wider maybe than the rest of these. Okay, that one's not bad. I'm going to just finish that one off because we're going to do this in order. Maybe we'll leave a little for the end. Alright, so next up, that one wasn't bad. Next up, 2X. Oh, look at that. Looks spicy. Alright. Starting to get hot in here. Alright, 2X. That one's definitely, it's got more kick behind it for sure. A lot of kick for sure. Way more kick than the Carbo. Wow, that one's hot. That one's really hot. 2X, don't mess with that. Hopefully, don't get an ulcer from all the spice from these. Eating 6 packs, 6 servings, one being 2X. I'm just asking for it. All right, no more of that 2X one. We're gonna try just cheese, see how it compares to Carbo. Man, that 2X though. Cheese is definitely tastes like cheese. Carbo still beats it. This one's like if you took the original, you just made it like cheese, which means they got their flavor right. Okay, those are hot for sure. Next up, jajang. This one, I think is supposed to just kind of be black bean noodle, maybe spice too, since they're all spicy. It's kind of hard to pick it up without picking up all of it. Let's see. This one's definitely less spicy than the other two. I'd say Carbo's not that spicy. It's got some good flavor. Honestly, it's getting kind of hard to chase because it's so hot. That's not bad. I already went through an entire glass of water. Let's try this mala. I don't even know what mala is. Whoa, 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 whoa. Mala is weird. Mala tastes like tree branches? I don't even know. That one tastes bizarre. I don't think I like that one. We're just gonna set that one aside. Last but not least, we got curry. Let's see what this one tastes like. Definitely tastes like curry. Definitely better than mala. Not bad. Carbo takes the cake. Alright, so now that I've tried all 6 flavors, obviously I'm missing 2 of them. I'm missing the original, and I'm missing the stew one. Oh, 3. I'm missing 3. The stew one, original, and the third one is a cold noodle. So that one is a blue package, I think. I skipped that one. That one, I think the noodles are a little thinner. These 6 are very different. First off, let's rank them in terms of taste. Which ones I personally like the most, all the way to least. I'm sure you probably already got an idea. Third glass of water. Worst one, mala. Not good. I don't know, maybe there's people out there that like it. It's just not my cup of tea. It tastes a little bizarre, especially after eating the other 5. Worst. Don't recommend that one. Number 5, I would say probably number 5 goes to curry. It was good, just a little too curry flavored and not enough. Like, it's more of like an Indian curry, less of a Thai curry. And to me, Indian curry flavored noodles is really bizarre. I feel like if they had made it Thai curry flavored, that with noodles kind of works because Thai dishes have more noodles. Indian dishes are more rice based or bread based. So, number 5, curry. Number 4 goes to 2x spicy. I know that's kind of weird, and I don't even know why I included this one because it's not really a taste. It's more so just double the amount of spice. 2x spicy, that's what the package looks like. This one I'm just ranking above the other 2 because the other 2, the taste I just don't recommend. 2x spicy, it's number 4 simply because it's just so spicy. After eating Carbo and then eating this one, I feel like my taste buds got shot and ruined for the remaining 5. Number 4, 2x. Number 3, I would say probably goes to cheese. Cheese at number 3. Simply because it's good. It's cheese, noodles, and spice. That's simply it. It just tastes like cheese. And it's not even a good cheese like Gouda or mozzarella or any of the gourmet cheeses that you would find in an Italian restaurant. This one's more so like cheese, just basic cheese. Maybe some people like that. I personally, it was good. It just, it didn't beat out my remaining 2. So, number 3, cheese. Last 2 boils down to jajang versus Carbo. And, I mean, I'm sure you guys already got a pretty good idea. But in my opinion, number 1, Carbo. Number 2, jajang. 2 very different flavors, so they could easily be number 1 on certain days, number 1 on other days. But for today, for taste, my personal preference, in my opinion, Carbo number 1. Jajang number 2. It's kind of unfair because this is kind of maybe a more Korean adaptation. Actually, I mean, all these noodles are Korean, but Korean flavor adaptation. This one's more of an Italian adaptation. It's good. This one's like a combination of cheese with basil or oregano. Very Italian tasting, but still spicy noodles. So, number 1, Carbo. Number 2, jajang, which is kind of, it was good. Korean black bean sauce. That's what they call it. If you see right there. This one's good. It's just, it's a very different flavor. So it's hard to compare these 2 and give the crown to one, but gotta give it to Carbo. So there you have, just to recap, number 6, mala, number 5, curry, number 4, 2 egg, 3 cheese, 2 jajang, 1 carbo. Those are my ratings for the 6. All right, so now I'm just gonna tell you guys a little about, as I grab more carbo, because it's literally the best one. A little about me, specifically what it's like being born and raised in Southern California to move to the Midwest. So currently I live small town, maybe like a population somewhere between 500,000 to 1 million people, truly in the Midwest. If you don't know where the Midwest is, it's in the United States. Here's a map, kind of ranges from like the eastern border of Colorado, go all the way to Michigan. My geography's terrible. Carbo. Anyway, so I moved to the city in the Midwest about 3 years ago now. Wow, time flies. I was born and raised in Southern California. I moved here for school. I would say there are 5 differences between Southern California and the Midwest that I noticed pretty much within the first year of moving here. Now I've lived here for 3 years. I still notice these things. They're not something you really get used to when you live in Southern California for over 2 decades of your life. So if anyone's ever interested in moving to the Midwest, these are the 5. First thing I noticed when I moved here was, there's no simple way to put it, there is a lack of diversity compared to Southern California. Not to say there isn't diversity here, don't get me wrong, but just compared to Southern California, some of you guys might be saying, well, that's a no-brainer. Southern California is literally super diverse versus the Midwest. What can you expect? Well, it's not really something that I gave a lot of thought to when I was planning on moving here, and I just kind of came here and was like, you know what, let's just see what it's like to venture outside of California. Because when you live in California, it's kind of like a bubble. You know, growing up, going to school in California or the West Coast, in my opinion, I learned geography as California, Nevada, which pretty much all it has is Vegas. And then there's Utah, and then above us is Oregon, Washington, and then Arizona's down there somewhere. And then beyond that, you know, Colorado's in there. And then obviously, you know, Texas is in the deep south. And then you go along the bottom of the US, you know, there's Florida, I mean, somewhere's hurricanes central, and you know, New Orleans is down there. And then you go up the East Coast and you just know it as a bunch of small states. Obviously there's New York, DC, and then you keep going, and then there's Maine, and then you think of rain and clam chowder. And then you come back, and then the whole middle section of the US just seems like, oh yeah, somewhere in there there's Chicago. You don't really hear about any other states, so they're in that whole mix. There's so many states, and obviously they're significant too. Iowa, Nebraska, the Dakotas, Kansas, Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois. It's the Midwest. It's a large chunk of the central United States. I decided to move to the Midwest. Going back to our list, number 1. Number 2, when I noticed when I moved here, is difference in culture. And obviously, if you have a less diverse part of the country, obviously, there's going to be less culture. When I say less culture, I mean also in the sense of eccentric thinking. Less out-of-the-box thinking, more cookie-cutter thinking in terms of everything. You think of a certain scenario, you name it, there's a set way to think about how to approach that scenario. So I'll be a little more specific, like in terms of family life. What age you should get married at, type of person you should go for, the age you should be popping out kids by, age you should be working by, the age you should buy a house by. You know, it's very cookie cutter, you know, where you should live in the suburbs, you know. Anyways, number 3. These are so spicy, it's getting to my head. I can't even think straight. Number 3, besides the kind of lack of culture and kind of the cookie cutter mentality of life, is just the change in weather. You know, you grow up in Southern California, coldest days you experience, minus going up to the mountains, of course. Coldest days, maybe like, minus being in the desert, obviously, too. Coldest days, probably 50 degrees, maybe 45 if it's super cold. When it's 45 in California, you got people in scarves and beanies and 3 layers, 2 socks, boots, running around outside to get inside because it's so cold. And the highs in Southern California, obviously minus the desert, minus the mountains, 100, 105. Maybe if there's a heat wave, 110. It's not like Arizona or Utah or Nevada where it can get up to like 120. Weather ranges in California, I would say 55 to 95. Maybe 5% of the time it's a little lower than 55, or 5% of the time it's a little higher than 95. 90% of the time it fits within that range, 55 to 95. I would say in the Midwest, at least specifically where I'm at, -10 to 110. There's a solid 120-degree variance in the weather in the Midwest. And it wasn't until I came to the Midwest did I truly appreciate what climate Southern California has to offer. And people here, they make the argument, I'm born and raised here, and I totally get it. Like, they say, oh, I can't think of Christmas without thinking of snow. I can't think of Christmas without thinking of cold weather and going outside and a white wonderland outside in the morning on Christmas Day. That's cool, I guess. It's what you see in the movies. It's what you associate with Christmas when you're a third grader in elementary school and you draw Christmas. Even in Southern California, you draw snow, you draw Santa and his sleigh. You think of Christmas time as being cold because it's in the winter. People that are from here, they're like,
you come from Southern California and you guys don't have snow when it's Christmas time? Like, I can't imagine Christmas without snow.
Like, maybe the first snow is nice, but all the snows thereafter, the roads are slick, it's tough to drive, you walk outside, you risk falling, and you have to bundle up. Like, beyond on the quality of your jacket really does matter. Drivers are way cautious or not cautious enough. Ice, you have to scrape your windows, defrost your car an hour before work. Snow, ice, cold, wind, rain, any temperature below 40 degrees is not fun. You go outside, it's cold. Go inside, it's hot. The heater's on, your skin dries out, everything's dry. And number four, I would say, to go along with the lack of diversity and the lack of culture, that whole cookie cutter approach to life, out here there's a fear of being looked at as different. So what do I mean by that? At home in Southern California, you can wear whatever you want. You can be whoever you want to be. You can walk down the street or walk down the mall. No one really notices. No one really cares. You could be anyone you want to be. You can wear any color you want. You can wear any brand you want. You can be loud, you can be quiet, you can be, colorful. No one bats an eye. Maybe they look at you once, but I feel like they don't internalize it. They don't think about it. It doesn't bother them. It doesn't excite them. It's just another person walking down the street. Maybe a lot of that has to blame with how crowded California is, and no one has the time to notice other people. They're too busy trying not to get in a car accident or trying to go where they're going or get to work on time, pick up their kids, etc. Well, I feel like in the Midwest, everyone is concerned that if they are different or too different, then they will be judged for it. They're too different and they don't fit in. Here I get this feeling that if you don't fit in, you're not considered part of the group. Fitting in can range to include how you dress, act, your outlook on life, morals, sexuality, race, religion, nationality, ethnicity, all of the above. If you don't check off all these boxes of what the standard Midwesterner is like, then maybe it's different, because in a college setting, that's what I've noticed, but maybe in the real world it might be a little different, but it might not. Everyone probably buys their clothes from the same 5 retailers. Your typical college guy, your typical college girl. It's kind of what everyone wears, so it is what it is. Next difference, bugs. I don't know if it's me, but out here, late summer, early summer, even into the fall, pretty much any time in the year where it's not super cold and all the bugs are dead or hibernating, the amount of bug bites you get here, bugs, mosquitoes, normal bugs, grass bugs, unreal, I swear. Maybe I have juicy skin, unreal bugs. And just another difference, I would say, overall things to do kind of fits in with everything I've mentioned regarding less diversity, less culture, more cookie cutter lifestyle. Most people, I'm not gonna say everyone, shop at the same grocery stores, clothing stores, malls, places for vacation, do the same things there aren't. And I think all of this just centers around there being a difference in culture and less diversity. There's just been less exposure to a lot of what's out there for some people that have been born and raised in the Midwest. That kind of just explains it. It just depends how you look at it. This is all my opinion as someone who was born and raised in Southern California, who is not Caucasian, and who moved to the Midwest and was exposed to the people, the culture, just the lifestyle out here for the past 3 years. This is way too spicy. I'm super full. I've had like 4 glasses of water. I said at the beginning of the video I would rate these 6 ramens based on spiciness. It's kind of tough. I would say the spiciest, obviously, 2x spicy. Least spicy
Honestly, probably carbo. Maybe that explains why I liked it the most. Second least spicy, probably cheese. And then there's somewhere in there's a huge tie between like curry, mala, jajang for like middle ground spicy. I feel like there's a correlation between cheese level, spice level. Obviously, cheese is fattier tasting. It provides a strong secondary taste to the spice. So I think it definitely curbs the spice level, which is why obviously carbo and cheese are least spicy. Yeah, not gonna lie, maybe you guys can try these 6. Let me know what you think of mala and curry. Leave a comment down below. Another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was just simply how I personally make these. Boil some water on the stove, submerge the noodle packet. It's just like any instant ramen. But what I learned is the best is you just submerge it in boiling water for maybe like 3 to 4 minutes and just turn it once in the hot water because it's gonna float until it kind of breaks apart. I like my instant noodles a little like chewier, so I don't like to let them get too watery. You're looking for that like exact chewy level, and then you just remove it from the water and put it in a bowl, drain it. You get 2 packets in each of these. 1 packet is the spicy sauce and 1 packet's kind of like the flavor, and then you just mix it together and then you get this product. Easy, probably takes a total of 10 minutes because you gotta let your water boil. And I would say one of these packets is a meal. What I like to do sometimes is an over easy egg and then put that on top and then break it into the ramen. Bomb. And now, drum roll. This is the first video of my YouTube channel. Hopefully you guys made it this far. I know I talked a lot and you learned a little about the difference between Southern California lifestyle versus a Midwestern lifestyle. What it's like maybe being a non-Caucasian living in the Midwest. Obviously, results may vary, your experience may vary, but that's just my opinion after living here for 3 years. But would I consider living here for the rest of my life? Probably not. A month from today's upload date, 4 weeks, I will check this video again. If it has over 10,000 views, I'm gonna do a giveaway, and the giveaway is gonna be worth so much. Just kidding. The giveaway, as you might have already guessed, I'm gonna give away all 6 of these packets. I'm gonna pick a winner in 4 weeks. In order to enter, you've got to like this video, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. If you meet all 3 of those requirements, then I will randomly pick a name. I will ship you a box of 1 of each of these. Got to be in the US. Unfortunately, I can't ship international, but I will ship all 6 of these to you. Maybe with a little extra gift, you can try all 6 ramens as well. Check back in 4 weeks from this upload dates. But yeah, I can't finish that. Mala, it tastes like trash. It's so spicy. I'm so full. I had so much water. Thank you guys for tuning in, and until the next one.